Joining me now from Washington is Brad Sherman, Democrat from California, a senior member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee and a member of the Congressional Ukrainian Caucus. Congressmember, welcome to The Story Is for the first time.
Good to be with you.
So let's start by talking about Ukraine. We have this very, very long meeting today. It doesn't seem like much came out of it. Where do you think we're at right now?
Well, we started with this 28-point plan that was put forward as a U.S. plan, but that Secretary Rubio admitted not only to Agnes King, but to Senator Rounds, was really written in Moscow. And it was a terrible plan. And I think Trump realizes that he cannot impose that plan on Ukraine. The worst part of that plan was a severe limit on the size of the Ukrainian military. Which is odd because President Trump is doing everything possible and bragging about how he's getting Europeans to spend more on their defense. He even tells European countries, we won't defend you if you're not doing enough for yourself. And then he turns to the Ukrainians and says, you should do less to defend yourself. A limit on the Ukrainian military is just an invitation to the third war, which Putin will initiate when he thinks the West is distracted.
So how does this end?
Well, hopefully it ends with a ceasefire along the line of control that we have now, and that becomes the new de facto border for a while. Hopefully the part of this plan that I do like, which is that $100 billion of Russian money becomes available to Ukraine to rebuild, is an important part of that.
You did not say that part of the way that this ends is Ukraine getting into NATO.
I don't think we're going to see Ukraine in NATO anytime soon, in part because as long as Ukraine is occupied, if Ukraine is part of NATO, that means we have to treat it as if America was being occupied by Russian forces, and that's an act of war. We don't want to be in a position where we are obligated to be at war with Russia on day one.
Meanwhile, there's some people speculating that the U.S. could be getting into war with Venezuela. We have this report of a sort of double attack on this boat. Few people survive. Then there's a second attack. President Trump now says that he didn't know about that. The Secretary of Defense has kind of been all over the place in terms of what he said about this. You're in Congress. It's your job to do oversight of this. Do you have any idea what actually happened here?
We're not going to know the details except to the extent that the executive branch reveals them. But what we do know is that this is an action against criminals. And the way they're doing it is a complete violation of every law on how to deal with criminal interdiction. You should be stopping these boats, arresting people, getting information from them, and going after the kingpins. Instead, we've got the former head of the country of Honduras, who's in prison in the United States for a lifetime term, being potentially freed by Trump. It's as if he wants to kill the low-level drug dealer folks and allow in the top people that he thinks are important folks at his level.
Your colleague in the House from Southern California, Maxine Waters, put out a statement saying that President Trump is a murderer for what he's doing here. Do you agree with that?
That's Maxine's wording. In this case, Trump has ordered the destruction of these boats. I doubt the president was involved in a decision as to whether to hit a particular boat a first time, a second time, or even a third time. But he has directed the military to treat this as if it's a military operation when it is in fact a law enforcement operation.
Congressman Brad Sherman, thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us and sharing your views.
Thank you, and I look forward to a Democratic majority in Congress. The results in Tennessee are actually a forecast of a good year next year, and you'll see a lot more oversight when you have a Democratic majority in the House.
There you go. Already making the pitch all these months in advance. We appreciate it.
That's my job.